Okay, so if parties are trying to win elections, then they have some very specific strategies and things that they do to try to cause that to happen. Okay, so here's what this is gonna be really easy. Functions of parties are not hard. I'm just gonna explain what they are, but most of them are what they sound like. When we come back from lunch, I'm gonna have you guys get your devices and we're gonna go find evidence of the parties doing these things. There's some funny things that the parties do to build this up. Okay, so the first function of the party is that they nominate someone. This is primarily the president, right? Because that's like where we have the most public nomination. But up until like for the last year and a half, we've had all these people going, I want to be your president, I want to be your president. And finally, we get to the end of these competitions and the party says, okay, we nominate this person. So there was this whole segment of the population who is like, I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat, who paid zero attention until this summer. And then when the party chose somebody, now they're like, okay, I'm a Republican, so I'm going to vote for Trump. I'm a Democrat, so I'm going to vote for Clinton. Because they're voting more based on party than they're voting based on the person. This used to be like way more important, okay? I'm not saying it doesn't still happen, but without the nomination of the party, do you think you can win? That's going to be hard, right? It would be really hard for an individual just to come along because remember we looked at all of our election laws with the Electoral College. All right, parties also serve to raise money. You know, they need money for all of those bumper stickers and all those things they're going to do. Parties will campaign. We have parallel campaigns being run by the Republican and Democratic parties that will mirror what Trump and Clinton are doing. So remember, we have to pay attention to who's paid for the ads, but they're also out there actively campaigning to get their candidate elected. Parties provide us information. They tell us what's going on with taxes and fossil fuels and education and like all of those things. My grandparents, this was super important to them. They would have relied on the party to tell them what was going on in the world. Why are we not as reliant on the party anymore? Yeah, I mean, like, do you need the party to tell you what's going on with taxes and whatever? And because we don't really like them so much, we don't really trust them anyway. So there's like this kind of weird thing. But parties do still serve to try to inform you because they're trying to inform and persuade. Parties try to mobilize people. They want to get that person who's sitting on their couch saying, I'm a card-carrying Republican. They want to get that person off the couch. Go do something. Vote. Put a bumper sticker on your car. Put a sign in your front yard. Come canvass and help us to get other voters. Do you guys watch New Girl? Did you watch the New Girl episode? Okay. Anyway, so that's what they were doing. They were out canvassing, trying to get more voters for the party. So that's what they do. This is the one that the name doesn't give it away. So hopefully the image will help you. Brokerage function is important. You have all of these people who feel like they agree with the party, and they feel differently about all of these different issues. The party has to find a way to unite those people behind them and just say, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to support you. What's the most obvious way that the party does this? We just looked at it a few minutes ago. The party platform. Because they unify and they say, this is what we stand for. I think there are also particular issues, though. I think the Republicans did a phenomenal job of using this function to build opposition for the Democrats. Because there was always kind of like question in the air about Obamacare and, you know, are we going too far? Is it going to become too socialist? Am I going to like lose my medical coverage? Is it going to cost me too much? And they really played very well on those fears and concerns that people had and were able to mobilize like the segment of the population that could have been like the kind of those swing voters, you know, those people in the middle, and they were able to kind of pull back and hurt the Democrats for sure. This, in my mind, is the number one reason, not the number one reason, but the number one function that parties perform that keeps them from going away. Everything in our government runs based on party. There is, in our House of Representatives, we have 0 people that are not Republican and Democrat. In the Senate, we have 2 out of 100 that are not Republican or Democrat. And one of them is Bernie Sanders. So, is he not? Like, we're not sure. So, we'll finish after lunch.